learning to play the guitar. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the Black Sabbath song Fluff from their 1973 album Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. This song is entitled Fluff as it was dedicated to the DJ Alan Fluff Freeman from the BBC, who was one of the few people at the time who would play Black Sabbath on the radio. So this song starts off fairly simple, just using the D chord, and we're going to pick up and down, or down and up, through the notes. Basically it's very much like Everybody Hurts by R.E.M., but it has a little twist to it, and it's also about 20 years before Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. as well. Starting off with the D chord, we're going to pick down from the 4th string, or the D string, 4th from the floor, 3 down, then 3 up from the bottom. And it's a little arpeggio pattern, which is picking through the chord in 6/8 time, so 6 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fairly simple, and the next bit is very simple as well. All we need to do is take 2 fingers off. We have our second finger here remaining on the bottom fret 2 spot, the F sharp note there on the 1st string on the floor there, and we're picking the same strings. So a very relaxing mellow sound there. That chord is inferred to be an E minor 9 chord, which the whole thing would sound like this, because the bass that's overdubbed on top of that is playing the E note. Otherwise you could argue it could be like a G major 7 as well, but it's definitely an E minor 9 with that bass note added in, which is that E note there. So that's the rhythm part for the first section. So on top of these chords, of course, we have these melodic guitar parts. The first bit here is based on the D string frets 4, 5, 7, F sharp, G, A. That little 3-note melody there. Very simple but very effective. And then the next part here, we slide up. You can use your 3rd or your little finger, maybe a 3rd. 7 to 9, and a 7 there, 1 string higher up towards the ceiling makes that an E. So the whole thing is. So that's pretty simple, but very effective. Simple is good, I think. So there's a little electric guitar part on top of the main D chord related material, which is quite cool, adding in some little echoey effects on top. So we're going to go to a G string, 9, 11, 10 underneath, and then back to 11 and slightly 11 back to 9. So I'll do it again. That sort of sound there. So the second lick is 10, 12, 11 on the G string, and then 12, 10 on the B string. So the final lick is 9, 11 on the G string, 10, 12 on the B string, 11 back to 9. I'm sliding that one there on the G string. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe, and you can check out more lessons and my books at my website, learningtoplaytheguitar.net. The second part of the tune goes into another 2-chord part based around this version of G, which is sort of a G6, which is G with an E note, and this other chord, which is a variation of A7, which is based on this shape here. So back to the first chord, we're going to pick through these chords twice as fast as the initial D part. Going into the G chord here, we're going to pick down and up fairly quickly, 16th, double the speed. So down, 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 up, the same picking pattern, actually, same picking pattern on that. And then when we jump up to the A string at 7, 9, and second finger on fret 8 here on the B string, we're going to now add the open 5th A string into the mix, and we're going to pick 3 down, 3 up again, but starting now on the A string, 3 down, 3 up from the B string backwards, and again double the speed. So we end up with 2 of these patterns in the bar versus previously when we had the D at the start, that was just 1 pattern per bar, so we've doubled our speed. There is another part here added on top of this quick picking, which sounds like a slow version of these same chords using the same shapes, and it's basically back to eighth notes again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go back and do the same thing for the A half speed. So the same thing, just slow down. So you've got one going double speed, one going the slower original eighth note speed, and you have this nice blend of these two chords meshing together. There's also a lot of piano parts added on here, which I'm ignoring just for the sake of dealing with guitar only, of course. Into the middle section we have another simple melody going on over the G and the A7 chords here. We have a little melody chromatically going down from 7, 6, 5, which is A, G sharp, G on the D string, pluck that note again, 7, same string, slide that up to 9, and then hit the 7. And then the next part of that is going to be 7, 6, 5, down to an F sharp, fret 4, same string, D now, fret 5 on the A string, sliding that D back to the E. So the whole thing is roughly played for this section over the G and the A chords. Another G, fret 7, slide it to 9, 7 E, and then we have, so we've got F sharp, the D5, D sliding to the E, which is 5 to 7 on the A string. So the next section we're looking at here is like a bridge, the middle section of the song, where we go into a bunch of different chords, which makes it much more complicated than Everybody Hurts by REM, for example, which starts off in a similar way. here we have a bunch of chords. We have, maybe this first section, we have a G chord, 5, 4, 3, 3, which is using what I call the F shape. Slid up to fret 3, 5, 4, 3, 3. These are all going to be arpeggios as well. We have a B minor, 4, 4, 3, 2, which is bass from the bar chord, but we don't need the bass note, so you can make your life easier by just putting your first finger here, fret 2 on the bottom. Then we have an E minor played with an E2 open 3. That's sort of E minor with the G on top of it, and then we have this little rundown E minor 9, where it's E2 remains, second finger F sharp on the bottom, 3D there, that shape, and then there's like a little G thing where I'll just use my third finger and little finger underneath. So the picking through this little thing, which happens twice before it goes elsewhere, is down, 3 up again, just like the intro with the D chord, 6/8 time again, continuing through the entire song. So we have 3 down, this is the G, 3 down, 3 up, and then we jump to the B minor, which is the 4, 4, 3, 2 thing, E minor with the G, 3G on the bottom of the guitar, but high, and the pitch turns, so here we go, 2, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, then we quickly flip these fingers around to get the F sharp 2, 3D there, and the E2 back on the D string, and then we have the little finger added in with the 3, 3, 0 G thing. So that little pattern goes around twice. I'll do it one more, just roughly to hear the whole thing in context. The E variation, string skip, and little finger. The second half of the bridge involves an A minor, C, B, C, very much Californication hiding in there, a B minor again, down and up all the way, E minor, the 2 and the open strings, nice and easy, 3 down, 3 up, C chord, normal C chord, D chord, so then we have this B minor sus thing, 3 and the 4. Now due to this fret 2 C sharp note here, it will match the fret 6 C sharp note on the melody that will come in a bit later on the other part. And from there we go into A. It's 1 string up for the picking, but it's the same pattern. Little finger, the 3G on the bottom with it down, down, up, down, down, up. So I'll play that one more time from the A minor, B minor jump, E minor, times 2, C, D, B minor with the sus first though, so we've got 4, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, A major, times 2, and then after that we'll go back to the original thing based around the D chord. For that bridge section, there is a little melody going on as well to make it interesting. We're starting off with a G5 on the D string, 5, 7, 9, 7D on the G string, and I'm going to slide, probably my third finger will jump over, slide 7 to 9, then an 8, second finger, and then I'm going to slide, little grace note, slide back to the 7D, fret 4, same string, all on the G string, all this stuff, slide to the 7, so that thing one more time. 5, 7, 9, 7 Ds, 1 string lower, swap your fingers, 8, back to that 7 on the G string, 4, 7, So there's that little part there, which goes on top of the G, B minor, E minor stuff. And then the melody that goes over the A minor, B minor, E minor, and all that other stuff towards the end of the bridge, we have a little break, and then we're gonna match the CBC, but I'll do it at 5/4/5 on the G string. 7 is the D. Then we have a little double slide into this B note, which I'm gonna play fret 9 on the D string. 7, 5, slide to the 9, 5 C, B, C, D, C sharp, just to be a bit jazzy because it's over the B minor with a sort of a ninth thing hiding in there. Oops, I made a mistake. So then over the B minor here we have this little sus thing going on for a brief period, so we have a C sharp note, fret 6. So I've got 6, 6. Then you could go fret 4, 9, or you could go that way, which I think is probably better. Anyway, that's the 7, 9, 7 thing. So I'll just do all that section again, going all the way back to the CBC. 9s on the D string, which are B notes. Those little slides into it. Fret 5 C on the G string. Then 4, 5, 7, fret 6. And then sliding 7 to 9, same thing on the D string. The D, 1, 7 underneath, and then back to the 7, which is the A on the end.